Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Hutchinson. I'm the Depot Manager at Banner Plant's Leicester Division. This week is Men's Health Week and providing an opportunity to bring awareness to health issues that affect men. I'm joined today by Peter Mawson. Peter is Chair at Henry Boot PLC and he's here to discuss the importance of being open when it comes to men's health issues. Hi Peter, thanks for joining me today.
Steve, hi, it's a pleasure.
So firstly, why did you want to have a conversation around men's health today?
Well, Steve, I know it's a generalisation, but I think it's been shown over the years that men aren't great about looking after themselves. They're not great at identifying their own health issues. So given that the group is really keen to support health and well-being across everybody within the group, then I was keen to just tell my story. So that's why I thought I'd chat to you today.
Yeah, you're right, and it is really important. So you've got your own health experience you'd like to discuss with us today. Could you let us know a little bit about this?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm 69 now, and I've always thought of myself as reasonably fit and active. I play a bit of sport, used to do, eat reasonably well, don't drink too much, and over the years I've always had a regular check in with the GP because I get hay fever and I get asthma a bit with that, and so they want to check the medications on. And a few years ago, back in 2018, when I was 65, I went to the GP to have that annual check and happened to mention that I hadn't had a PSA test for a couple of years. And in my case, that blood test showed that my reading was a bit high for my age and stage. And so the GP referred me into the NHS system. And yeah, following an MRI scan and a biopsy, it showed that I had prostate cancer.
I imagine it was quite a shock. Did you, in terms of dealing with that news, did you keep it to yourself? Did you share it with friends and family? How did you deal with that initial reaction of being told that you've got cancer?
Yeah, it is a shock. And there's no denying that, there's something attached to cancer as a term. But it is a shock, and in fact I think my wife was more shocked than I was. And we decided that we wouldn't tell our two grown-up children until we knew what the treatment was going to be, which was only going to be about a week or 10 days afterwards, and we had more clarity. And I had 6 months of hormone therapy. During the 5th month of that, I had the radiotherapy. No side effects from that. A bit tired, but should be just because I was getting old. And here we are 4 years post-treatment, and I'm in remission. They never say you're cured, it's kind of not a term that they use, but that's what they mean in my case. So yeah, I'm absolutely fine, absolutely fine.
That's great to hear. So off the back of this, of finding out that you've got cancer, now being 4 years into remission, what advice would you give to the people that are watching this video today?
Well, I think it's a really strange. This happens with a number of cancers. I think that before I had the original test, I felt fit, healthy, fine. You have a test, you have a biopsy, you have a diagnosis. I'm still feeling the same. I had no other symptoms. And so one piece of advice is you don't always know when something is going wrong with the body, and don't be frightened. Don't be frightened about going and asking for support or help, and then talking to people, because that support is really key, really key.
It's funny obviously having this and listening, like having that conversation, because I had 3 years ago, I went to the doctor to see a problem about a lump here, and I had to go to a women's breast cancer clinic. No, it was fine, but the absolute fear of sitting in a women's clinic, watching women cry, and sitting there and being a bloke was probably the most scariest, horrifying thing I've had. And it's like you go through stages of going through this building and whatnot, and you see women in tears and thinking, oh my gosh, this is horrifying. And then they must be thinking, what's this bloke doing it? Doing this. It's honestly, it's so scary to pluck up the courage to go to see a doctor, to go down that route. So as you're talking about it, and you've actually, I got told, look, it's benign, nothing wrong. Watching you kind of talk about it it just kind of flashes me back to that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone until after. I think it was a bit of shame and whatnot. I don't know.
That's an interesting story as well.
It was horrible.
Well, it's really important, isn't it? As I said at the outset, health and well-being in the group is a key. It's a key aspect of the group wanting to look after its people. And so we have the health and wellbeing programme, which I think has been well trialled. There's an employee assistance programme, which is entirely confidential. We have mental health first aiders around all of the business. So there is plenty of assistance and support and help there. But fundamentally, it's about individuals taking some responsibility for their own health and getting checked out and using the supports that's there, and often just talking to friends or family or colleagues is a way to start getting that support.
That's brilliant, and great to hear about your recovery. So thanks for joining me today, Peter. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been great, and I hope in sharing that I'll encourage guys around the business just to think about themselves and take some time.
Thank you.
Thanks.